Perfect. So welcome everybody to day two of our course, SRE, Cloud Performance Engineering in DevOps. Friends, welcome. First of all, welcome to all the enrolled candidates. I see a lot of enrollments. Uh, as of now, the count that I have got is approximately um, more than 18. Uh, right, 15, more than 15. It may be more. Uh, Enrollments I may not be updated as of now, but 15 people have enrolled so far. That's good. That's good. I understand. Even I would be in yours, so I would do the same, right? If I would be in your position and I would like to upskill uh, myself, right? The if you want to earn well, you have to learn well. That's my simple philosophy. Absolutely. So good that you have taken this decision, friends. You will see the difference in 3 months. All I need is good like participation from you. Like we'll have a thorough understanding of each and every topic, but if you don't practice it, you will not be able to make the best out of the course. The course is designed in such a way that it will take you to a different level, provided you practice. Because if not, you keep on forgetting things. So please make sure you spend some time on regular basis, daily. We will have a WhatsApp group. We have not created any WhatsApp group as of now. Let me check. What last time I checked my WhatsApp? No, we don't have it. We will create it, friends. Um, Mostly today or tomorrow. Tomorrow mostly we'll create it, and I'm going to give you access to the PPTs that I shared with you. Let me just show you the PPTs which I'm talking about here. I'll be giving you access. I request everybody to be on mute. You can ask me questions. So I'll be giving this access to all of you. You will have PPTs, documents. I'll sharing the commands. A lot of things, friends. It's a gold mine. Okay, that's what I would say, because I have consolidated everything that I think it's very important. Okay, it's very useful, um, for right from the cloud part, the Linux part, the container engine part, the Docker, the Kubernetes, the SRE concepts that we have, the DevOps part, the databases part, the Java performance engineering part, the SRE concepts, the monitoring, automation, everything, right? It's very much documentation. I'll give you sneak peek on the Java performance engineering. We have the PPTs and like documents, books for the JVM performance. How do you tune? Apart from the recorded sessions, these are going to be in this. If you're looking for a Java performance engineering, this is the place to look into this. How do we do memory management, heap dump, GC analysis? How do you analyze a heap dump using MAT, right? And these, how do you do GC analysis about in generic about the Java performance troubleshooting guide? You have a gold mine here. Uh, enough data to keep you busy, occupied for the next entire career. This will help you in the entire career. We have added so many people in this entire thing. I'll just show you quickly this group. I used to create for every batch. I used to create a different folder, but I stopped creating this after December 23. It was a overhead, keep on creating the new drive. So I just started to add here, and you have enough, lot of people added to this. You all will be added. I'll be giving you access to all of you uh, soon. Okay. Okay, so we'll start with the agenda for today. Friends, we are starting with cloud. We have already started with cloud. I would like somebody to help me understand the basic understanding of cloud in the simplest term. The way we have defined cloud in the last session, I would like somebody to define cloud in the most simple terms, the way you have understood it. Can somebody go ahead? Anybody?
If the data center is in the control of the organization, it's basically on-prem. But if the data center is not owned or not in the control of the organization, that is basically cloud.
Right. Yeah, that's very good. Very good, RG. As I discussed, the data center which we own or the company owns where we work on premise. Data centers that we don't own, the company doesn't own, and we leverage. If you use the word leverage or rent, we use it, leverage it on the rent basis. We are not the owner, but we use it as pay as you go model. That's cloud, right? That's simplest term. And in this course, what are we going to do? We're going to talk about how do we use cloud? How do we use cloud to get things done? What all we do in cloud? That's very important, basic to understand. What all things we do in cloud? Why do we need cloud? Why do we need cloud? We need cloud to, we need cloud, friends, to create server so that we can deploy our applications. The use cases, if you ask me the use case of using cloud, we use cloud. Let's say I'll just put cloud use cases. Why anybody use cloud? Cloud use cases. One of the simple thing you can say cost effective, because it's not cost efficient to set up your own data center, billions of dollars. So that's definitely the case. Overall, that's the goal. But why do we use cloud? We want to get the servers. Why do we need server? To deploy my application. My application like your Flipkart, your Facebook, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, the application that we use, Swiggy, Jmeter, Uber, Ola. So you just think about it. All those things are running in server. Yeah, that could have various components. Could be have web component, application server logic component, the database component. Could be many more in the architectural components. But we need servers. The basic thing. Our laptop is also a server if it runs 24/7. But our laptop could go only to a certain extent. 4 core, 8 core, 16 core, right? But we need more cores, more RAM. The application like Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, there are so many users hitting the server. They need a bigger infra to support the user requests. Think about the infra requirement for irctc.co during Tatkal. In India, very popular website, right? Most of you are aware, irctc.co during Tatkal time at 11 a.m. Huge, immense traffic. I would not even be able to guess also. Like most of the population in India travel in train. And during Tatkal, it's huge traffic. Facebook, how many people keep on accessing the Facebook? And we get smooth performance, how it happens. Friends, so we need a lot of servers. Facebook, they have their own data center. They keep on adding hundreds of servers on daily basis because of their increasing load. They keep on adding. They have procured like big land in some outskirt of I don't know exact place in the US, but they have procured a big land, thousands of acres spread over their data center. They keep on adding the servers. Uh, I don't know. So friend, I would not be able to comment thousands or hundreds acres. It's a huge land, and they keep on adding servers because their user demands. The keep on features keeps increasing. You have so many content being uploaded to Facebook on daily basis. They compress it, and they have a huge different system design to make that happen. The WhatsApp, so many messaging keeps happening to servers. We need servers, right? For anything, we need servers. Apart from that, we need storage. Your laptop could be a storage. Your 1 TB, the hard disk, your pen drive, or you could be the storage. You can use it. But is that enough, right? Not necessarily. Netflix, if a company like Netflix wants to use storage, they need a huge storage with a lot of features in that. replication factor, high availability factor. That's not possible, right? If they try to manage locally. So they use cloud. One of the AWS, Netflix is one of the very popular customer for AWS. They use S3, very popular service in cloud. In AWS, friends, the server, to get the server, we use a service called EC2. Full form is Elastic Compute Cloud. In AWS, it's the AWS service. For storage, we have a very popular service called S3. We call it simple storage service. So everything in the cloud happens through service. And that's what we are here to learn. Various use cases and various services. That's where we are supposed to learn here. That's our objective to learn. And I'm going to make things happen simple for you, but you need to practice it so that you understand thoroughly. You ask questions. We'll have a group together. We can discuss with each other, help each other, right? That's how we will grow, friends. What else could be the use cases? Think about it. Security. When I'm deploying my application in the cloud, I need to make sure I'm secure enough. We don't want anybody to hack our application, right? Security. We have a lot of security services. We have security group. We will discuss those. So I'm not going to overwhelm you, friends. I'll mention this along the way. We have security group. We have NACL. We have guard duty. We have inspector. We have WAF, web application firewall. We have sealed. We have a lot of services in security domain. For every use case, we have a service, and that's what we are here to learn. User management, to create users, to give them permissions. So let's say you own a company, friends. Let's say you have a cloud account, and now your intention is to develop an application, deploy that application in cloud in AWS, and you will lead people to you will recruit people and you will give them access, right? Would you be sharing the root credentials to all of them, or you would like to manage a different um, user access for them? What do you think? Should we give
Yeah,
all the
different.
employees the root access?
No.
No. So we need to create their account for them. We need to give permissions what they absolutely require. Minimum, we call list privilege principle. We should not give them more access because that could be a vulnerability. If we end up giving more access to a user, and if user just doesn't know doesn't have the idea of working in cloud, or they misuse, or their laptop gets hacked, they can cause unwanted damage, right? So user management, we have a service, very popular service. We call it IAM, identity and access management. So we are here to learn various services. For databases, we have for networking, we have a service called VPC. For databases, we have various services. So various for queue, if you want to have a queuing mechanism, could be Kafka queue, could be like simple queue. We have a lot of services cloud offers. We have SQS, simple queue service, Kafka, MSK. We have Kafka Stream. We have so depending on the use case, cloud has a lot of services to offer. Cloud has right now, as we speak, they have 240 plus services as we speak. We are going to learn about 20 to 25 services, friends. And that's the most important one to know. Nobody knows all the services because there you have everything there for the game development, for quantum mechanics, right? For everything. Requesting everyone to be on mute. Can we do this, friends? So that um, we have a good user audience. Thank you. Okay. Friends, so we are gonna hear, friends, we are here to talk about 20 to 25 services in this course. 25 services, we're going to talk about this. And once you know this, you'll have a very thorough understanding of cloud and how to take it forward, friends. And that's what we are here to learn when you say cloud. So the first thing today agenda is we will talk about EC2. I will talk about how do you get a server, how do you create a server in the cloud, because you need to practice Linux. I'm going to make your learning journey quite smooth because it's a very planned syllabus. You need to be comfortable. We all need to be comfortable with Linux. We are very much comfortable with Windows, but it doesn't happen. When you work in SRE, when you work as a cloud SRE, when you work as a cloud performance engineer, DevOps engineer, cloud admin, friends, when you work, you need to be comfortable with Linux. 95 to 98% of the deployment happens on Linux. All the big applications that I talked about, they're all deployed on the Linux for various reasons: security, low cost, maintenance, speed, performance. So various regions we deploy on the Linux. So today our agenda is to talk about a service called EC2. We'll talk about how do you create a Linux server, how do you connect to the Linux server, what all different things are involved, so that you get started with your Linux journey. Right? That's the agenda. And I'll be sharing you this PPT, access this entire PPT, and you are supposed to go over the playlist. I'm going to also share a playlist with all of you. The Linux PPT, Linux playlist, friends. Here is the playlist. Let me just show you Linux PPT. Uh, we will be creating a group. I'll be giving you access to this, and we'll be practicing all the Linux commands in the Linux server that we're going to create today. Friends, there was a prerequisite in the last session. I asked everybody. Could you remind what was that?
Creating a free tier account and
yes. Do we all have this? I need to see yes in the chat option. How many of us have it? Please type yes.
I had a problem.
Go ahead.
I think I'll type.
Sure. Okay, I see a question from Balu. How much are we covering on chaos engineering and observability on Kubernetes, as majority are microservices? Okay, see, Balu, our main focus is get the fundamentals. Okay, our main focus is that this course talks about from very scratch: cloud part, Linux part, Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins, SRE, observability. So we are gonna make your foundation strong. Okay. So as part of the coverage part of concern, so we would understand what is chaos engineering is all about. How do we approach it? How do we test it? How do we do chaos engineering? On the observability part, we will talk about 3 tools, and all the tools are capable of monitoring Kubernetes application. We will talk about CloudWatch. We will talk about Prometheus and Grafana. We will talk about Elastic Stack. These 3 tools we are going to talk about from the observability perspective, right? That's the scope of this course, Balu. Okay, okay. Friends, please create it, okay? We need to have a cloud account, friends. Okay, friends, I'm going to log in. So if you see, please create one, okay? That's a mandatory. Those who have enrolled, friends, it's a must thing for them, must thing for you, friends. Since you have enrolled, friends, please make sure you have cloud account, okay? So look at this, how I'm logging in. When you get this page, you have 2 things, the root user and the IAM user. The email address that we have used to create our account, that is what we call at the root user. So root user for the account is only one. And remember, I talked about a use case, the user management. So we can create hundreds of users. So when somebody, right, your employee joins try to join the cloud account, they would be selecting an IAM user. So we will talk about how do we get an IAM user, but today we first log in as a root user. So IAM user is the same user. So the same account can have hundreds of IAM user, right? All the employees, those who want to log into your cloud account as per the permissions that we have given. That's called IAM user. Okay. So we'll talk about the root user today. I will be signing as the root user. So this is the email address I have. I have the password. Friends, what I have done, I have created an MFA, right? Multi-factor authentication. So if you see this, friends, I have an MFA. I will tell you where I'm getting the code from. I'm going to type a code, which I'm reading it from one of the mobile app. That's called Google Authenticator. Please download, everybody. Please download Google Authenticator. Go to your app store if you have iPhone. Go to your Play Store, Marketplace if you have Android, and download the application. There are multiple applications you can download. Let's not confuse much. Please download Google Authenticator. We need this. Then you have the cloud account. I will talk about this tomorrow. Since most of you, I see a lot of no's. I'm not going to talk about that today. Please download, keep this downloading handy. You can use Google Authenticator. You can use Microsoft Authenticator. You can use Duo. Or you can use Authy, Symantec. There are a lot of options. I will not confuse you. Just download this. Okay. Google Authenticator. It's available in both Play Store and App Store. Please download this. We'll talk about this, how to configure MFA tomorrow. Now, this is what we call management console. Friends, the first thing that we should do, we get a default region. Can somebody define a region for me? In the last session, we have covered this. What is a region?
I understand that like AWS servers, AWS like servers have been deployed across the world. So if any region can have its own data center and multiple services it can provide. So like in India, different regions are there, Mumbai and other.
Hyderabad.
Yeah.
So basically, region is a logical thing. Okay. Physical thing is data center. We call data center as AZ. Friends, we are forgetting things in one day, 1 week. This is what always I don't. That's what I always worry about. Okay, we need nobody told me. Only Balu, only one person has given me cluster of DCs. Right answer. Only one person, Balu, has given me the right answer. I don't know why others. Friends, this is what I'm giving you like suggestion. We need to go over the last topic. We need to be thorough with whatever we have discussed because I'm asking a very simple thing. What is a region? So region is not a physical thing. Region is a logical thing. Region is a logical thing. It's a logical thing. It's not a physical thing. Physical thing is what? Data center. Okay. So region is a logical thing. What is a physical thing? The data centers. In AWS, the data centers, what do we call? Availability zone. Friends, those who have missed the last session, please go over it. We have covered half an hour of cover. We don't have much. We have not covered much. In the last, we talked about the course. Those who have missed last session, please make sure you watch the recording, friends. And that's the same thing be applicable for going forward also. If you are missing a day, you're supposed to go over the recordings, okay, to get the best out of the course. Data center, what do we call? Everybody, I need interactive friends. What
Availability
do we
zone.
call? availability zone. In AWS, this is the term. So when you group multiple AZs, what do we call that?
Region.
Region. Simple. Remember this simple diagram, friends. This cannot be even simpler than this. If you just remember one diagram, remember a triangle. What do we remember?
Triangle
A
with
triangle.
multiple regions and within that having multiple edges.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
Where is the triangle? Okay. Sorry. Remember this triangle, okay? Keep remember this triangle. Each this vertex, right? We call it. So this denotes a AZ. AZ1, AZ2, AZ3. There are 3 data centers I am showing you. Usually, how many AZs we have in a region? 3.
More than
Usually.
2.
More than 2. More than 2, but usually it is 3. More than 2. Minimum 2 it will have to have. It is going to have minimum 2, more than 2. Usually there are 3. If you go over all the 34 regions, you will find that there are most of the regions with 3 AZs. So I'm calling it AZ1, AZ2, AZ3. There are 3 AZs. AZ1, AZ2, AZ3. This AZ is nothing but the data center. Do we all understand what is the data center looks like? Friends, everybody, let me go because I'm not getting good responses. Do we all understand what is the data center? Yes or no in the chat, please.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Anybody with no, please mention in the chat. I'll repeat this for you. I would never hesitate anything with me. I don't mind repeating. Your learning is very important. So even if you have not understand the basic thing, do let me know. Okay. So we all understand. Okay. Please mention no if you do not know. Okay. So data center. So
one more thing. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I should. So means one data center at one place, only one data center can be, right?
Correct. These AZs are called data centers, and these data centers are apart. They are approximately 200 kilometers, 150 miles apart. They have a 150 miles or 200 kilometers apart. Why? There is a logic to this. Why they are there apart? Why they need to be apart? Why can't we put all the 3 AZs together?
There is a
avoid
natural
natural
calamity.
disasters.
Not
Right. If flood came, earthquake came in one part, if we have all the ages in the region, all the ages would get impacted. Think about you have all the servers in all the ages. So the architecture of cloud is designed in such a way that they provide high availability by design. They have thought about this. In Mumbai, there are 3 AZs. In Hyderabad, there are 3 AZs. If I talk about India, you have similar you have for the US and Europe, Middle East, Australia, right? But they're apart because if they don't want, if we have everything together, all the AZ would get impacted. So the idea here is to have the servers created in multiple AZs. Leverage multiple AZs. Have your servers in multiple AZs and use the load balancer on top of it. If I talk about the web server, app server, database server, have your web servers in AZ1 also, in AZ2 also, and AZ3 also. Leverage multiple AZs. Don't put all the 6 servers in one AZ. And use load balancer on top of it. Even if one AZ goes down, you have the servers in other AZs. Your application will not be will not go downtime. So what is the end goal of any web application, web developer? What is the end goal? Remember the end goal. Never ever deviate from this. High availability, HA. That's our main goal. Performance. reliability, security, cost optimization. This is our end goal, friends. This is what we expect. This is how we, all the design discussions, all these things, the way we deploy application, the way we architect, the way we use synchronous communication, asynchronous communication, databases, we should always think about, what do we think about? First thing, what do we think about? What is the first thing we should think about? High availability. First thing, the application should be available, then only performance would come, then only security would come. The application should be highly available. If we hit the application, exit the application should be up and running. And that's the, when you deploy servers on multiple AZ, that will help you in becoming high available. Then we have performance, we have various options to improve performance. The application performance you can improve. The infrastructure, by upgrading the infrastructure, you can improve the performance. By caching, you can improve the performance. Database, you can use in-memory database. There are a lot of options in database performance. You can improve by indexing, by SQL tuning. Right, there are multiple ways. If you have a problem with the code, we can optimize the code. We have to find the problem with the code. We can write a better code, better algorithm to execute an application. So we need to understand that's science in itself. How do we optimize an application? That's a science in itself, performance. We have to understand the problem statement, first to narrow down the issue, and then we go about troubleshooting it. If the problem is with the database, and if you're taking a heap dump, thread dump, will that help? If the problem is with the database, slow query, and if you try to performance tune your application server, will that help?
No.
Simple. So where to apply what, that has to be understood first. Now I'm giving one of the examples. So we always think about this. So by having your servers in multiple AZ, that will make you high available. So that's the region. So the first thing that we do when we go to the cloud account is select a region. And one of the important, why? So on what basis, friends? What do you think? Let's think rationally. There are so many 34 regions, right? There are so many regions available. Exact count is 34, I believe, right? Last time we saw it was 34, right? Let me just check it. I am not sure on the count. Let me cross check. 37, sorry, my bad. 37. The 37 launch regions, 117 AZs, because this keeps on improving. Okay, I'm seeing this from 20. They keep on adding. I am seeing this from 45, and they keep on adding servers, data centers. 37 regions, right? They are globally, and you can see from the different country wise, you have the various regions. Okay, so what do you think, friends? What could be the criteria of selecting a region? What do you think? On what basis we would select a region?
If that region has internet connectivity and a lot of commercial activity, internet commercial activity going on, then they will form a region for that.
To suit the user's availability
Nearest one.
Nearest one.
Nearest to the user, customer. Absolutely, that's the first criteria. If I'm developing an application for Australia, do you think I'm going to have my servers in US?
No.
If I am developing an application for India, let's say India-based company, IRCTC or Flipkart, think about any Indian company. Do you think my server is going to be in US?
No, should be in India.
Should be in India, right? Because the latency matters, the network latency matters. When we hit the website from our browser, the network packet has to travel all the way to the server. So the further the server is from my client, from my laptop, the latency would gonna be more because not just one-way trip, it's a round trip. So we don't want to do that. So we need to select. There are so many 37 regions. So we should understand where should we create the server. So first of all, we select that. I have selected Mumbai for no region, just like that. But depending on that, you can select your own nearest. There's no region. I should select Mumbai here. I have no. So somebody could be in the remotest part, friends. That's the cloud. Okay, understand the power of cloud. We could be in a remotest village in India or in any part of the world. If we just have a laptop and internet connectivity, which we all have, particularly in India, we can create infrastructure in any part of the globe. Do we all agree with this statement?
Yes.
Look at the options, friends. Look at the
Yes.
options. I can create a server in Ireland, London, Paris, wherever they have AZs. But if it's on-prem, do I have so many options in on-prem? Do we have?
No.
No.
So a lot of things that we get advantage. Even the company, those who can afford to set up a data center, they don't do that. Because they get so much of flexibility using a cloud service provider. Right? So first of all, friends, we select a region. Okay, the customer location is one of the important thing. We give priority to the latency, customer locations, and we select a region. Right now, we would like to create a server, friends. So we will use a service. Everything is through a service. We have so many services available. So many services. Okay, for various use cases, we have a service. Right? All this service has come because I have starred, I have given a star, I have given make this favorites, friends. You can also mark this favorites and it will come to you like this. You have to search for it. Let's say I would like to create a server. So I need to type the service name. For server, if my intention is to create a server, I'll type EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. It will open the EC2 module. Look at the EC2 module has launched. I need to create the server. Right? So I'll go to instances. You can see the dashboards.
Yeah.
How many servers are running? Instances running is 0. Right? We don't have any servers running. There are some other things. We'll learn this slowly. Security groups, snapshots, load balancers, right? Or a lot of things, volumes. Slowly we'll learn this, but just now focus on this. It's 0. No server is running. You can get a peek, like a sneak peek of high level view of what's running in Mumbai region. It's all the discussions, details are for the Mumbai region, not for any other region. Okay, these are all for the Mumbai region. My intention is to create a server. I'll go to instances. You can do along with me, friends. I'll go slow. Those who have it, please do this with me. EC2 instances, and we'll launch the instance. Friends, let's say you go to Dell.com, Lenovo.com, and you're asked to configure your laptop. What do you think they will ask from you? Dell.com or Lenovo.com. What do you think to configure your laptop?
Storage and CPU processing power.
Okay, storage, CPU,
Memory.
And RAM size.
RAM. I'll put RAM.
This will be the primary
Operating system.
Operating system, right? That's a mandatory thing. So definitely these 4 things. Definitely. Graphics card and all those things we'll not talk about it. Mandatory. Without this, they would not know our requirement, right? Same thing happens in cloud. They're no different. Okay. If you create the launch instance, we will be able to configure a lot of things ourselves. So I'll club the options that they have. I'll just club it. I'll minimize my screen. Do let me know if you have any problem. Look at this options. I'm just minimizing all the options that they have. Look at this OS, So in AWS world, the OS is what we call it AMI, Amazon Machine Image, AMI. The instance type, the core and the RAM put together, the core and the RAM put together, what do we call this as in AWS? Instance type. Remember that. Put together. And then the OS we have, and the storage we would have, right? The storage is here down below. So we have options, friends, and we have some other things also because we're creating in Mumbai, every region has a network because our intention is to connect to the server also, right? Our intention is to connect to the server also. Think like this. If I'm creating in the cloud, let's say, friends, in the cloud, I am creating a server, right? And we are here, let's say, we are here. Our laptop, this is me. Not in the cloud network, I'm somewhere outside. And I would like to, once I create the server, I would like to connect to the server also, right? I would like to connect to the server. So there has to be a network in place. So we have settings like network settings, and we need some authentication also. That's key pair for you. Because if I'm not authenticated, anybody can connect. No, so I'm the only one who can who should be able to connect, right? So there's some authentication required. So apart from the OS and the instance type and the storage, we have network settings. Network means the cloud network we're talking about here. Okay, network means the cloud network. Talking about cloud network, the network for in the cloud, whatever it is. So think like this, whatever the cloud network. And authentication, key pair. So we need to provide these details. Once we provide these details, we can give the launch instance. That's it. My server would be created. Now, before I do this, Fred, let's say you have the Linux server. How do you connect? We connect using a protocol. See, when you have a web application, let's say Flipkart, Amazon.com, we connect to those websites using a protocol. What do we call that protocol as?
RTE?
No. I'm talking about the application, Flipkart.com or Amazon.com, right? We connect these two websites using a protocol. What is the protocol?
HTTP.
HTTP.
SSH.
No.
HTTP.
HTTP or HTTPS, right?
Yeah.
Look at this, HTTPS. This is the protocol. This is the web application. When you connect to the web application, it's HTTP. I'm not trying to SSH. SSH is a different thing. You need to understand the differences. I understand. That's where the most of the confusion happens. The most of the confusion happens in the basic. I do understand this. But don't worry, I understand that you would be confused. So we need to be clear. It's all about, we have never thought about it. We simply say SSH or it's HTTP connection. For any web applications, if you remember, friends, OSI model, OSI TCP IP model, if you remember, friends,
Yes.
which we have learned in college days.
CSO. Yeah.
Do we remember this diagram, friends? We have learned in the college days. Right? We have different layers.
Yeah.
Why do we have different layers? Do you understand? For different layers, okay, let me not go through the theory part. You can go through later. Let me just talk about the diagram part. So we have various layers, right? Application layer. So the web application we are doing in the here at this application layer. So web application, when we do, we always use HTTP. Look at, let me just open this diagram. Look at this, friends. So application layer, we have got, friends, HTTP, RDP, all these things, right? We connect using application layer. So we have various layers. So we connect to the web application using that communication happens at the application layer. And we talked about mostly the HTTPS application layer. So if you see this, friends, we have various protocols, various streams. So we here talk about the HTTPS. That's the HTTPS protocol. Now, when I'm talking about connecting to the server, connecting, not accessing the application here. If I install an application, we could see what they have done. They have the one server. They have installed Amazon.com. In this server, they have installed Amazon.com. Let's say the application.com. Let's say they have the web application running on port 80. So to access any application running on port 80, what is the URL?
Local.
IP colon port,
Local.
right? Yes or no? Do we all agree? To access any application running on to application any application over web, this is the IP we use. This is the URL we use. IP and the port. Do we all agree?
Yes.
Yes.
IP of the server and the port. But we hit Amazon.com. Why? Amazon.com is a domain. You can also go to GoDaddy or Namecheap. You can purchase your domain, abc.com, your name.com. And you can configure it that if anybody hits this domain, route the traffic to this server. That's what they are doing. We are hitting Amazon.com. Amazon.com is a domain, but in the behind the domain, they have configured it. Hit a load balancer, and this page is coming from the underlying server of the load balancer. So it's a domain. So we should know that what happens when you access the website. We'll talk about that. Okay, we have a dedicated session and how. I'm just trying to understand the basics. Okay, today, friends. This is the domain. The first thing that we hit the domain server resolves the IP, and then the redirection happens in the browser itself. And we hit the actual load balancer, which hits the underlying web server. And this page is coming from a web server. And that's how we are getting this page. So this happens on HTTPS protocol. Okay, that's a different. But when we connect to the server, let's say I have a Linux server, I want to connect. This connection happens over a port. What do we call that, friends?
SSH.
SSH. Connection is different than accessing the application. When we want to connect to the server, that happens over SSH protocol. So don't get confused. SSH happens on which port?
80.
Port 22.
22. Okay.
Port 80 is for HTTP, HTTPS. HTTP 80, HTTPS 443. 443 is for HTTPS. They're all basic stuff. Okay, we should all know this. Okay, no worries, I understand. We have never thought about it, but these things are very important, friends. We should know this. HTTP. This is the application. If your application running on port 80, if you want to access the application, you would access using HTTP protocol. If the application is running on 443, you will access using HTTPS protocol. HTTP is nothing but secure connection over HTTP. If you want to connect to the server, which protocol? If it's a Linux server, SSH, Linux protocol. If it's a Linux server, what about if it's a Windows server? Which protocol?
Maybe we can after RDP.
RDP, yes. If it's a Windows server, friends, if it's a Windows server, the protocol that we connect is RDP. RDP happens which port?
3389.
These are all definitions. I'm not the one who defining it. No, don't think Roshan is defining it. No, it has been defined by International Assigned Number Authority, IANA. It's been universally accepted. Everybody would do like this. If it's a Windows, we use RDP protocol. If it's a Linux to connect, we use SSL protocol. If in a web application running, 80, 443. Port 22, port 3389, port 80, 443. So we should know basic stuff. Are we good here, friends? So let's reconnect a server first. Am I making sense? All good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember, this is a Linux flow. It's a Windows thing. Depending on the server, friends, depending on the server, we need to, if you want to connect accordingly, we have to connect. And the server that we are creating in the cloud has something called security group. Okay, a firewall. Firewall, friends, a firewall. Okay, remember, server has a firewall. Bodyguard. Think like it's a bodyguard. Let's say your superstars, right? VIP peoples have bodyguards, right? Every server in the cloud, what the server has? Security group, firewall. This guy can control what is accessible, what is allowed, what is not allowed, which traffic is allowed, which is traffic is not allowed. If the VIP person, these are VIP person, EC2. If the person has told security group, don't allow this person. Even if how much ever try the person would do, that person will never get to meet the VIP person. Security group controls the traffic. So if we want to connect to the Linux server, port 22 should be enabled here. If it's a Windows server, port 339 is 338 should be enabled. If you want to access the application on port 80 port should be enabled. So security group should be enabled. Okay, just know that for now. Is this diagram making sense? We are ready. If we have understood this, we are going to launch the server. Are we good?
Yes.
Security group is a firewall around the. Please repeat with me. Where do we have security group? Around the
Servers.
EC2 instance. If it's a Linux server, and if you want to connect to the Linux server using SSL protocol, which port should be allowed here?
22.
22.
Port
SSH.
22. Port 22, yes. If it's a Windows server, port 3389 should be enabled. And if I have deployed the application running on port 80 or 443, and if you want to access it, port 80 and 443 should be enabled. So if I'm able to access the application over HTTP protocol, can I assume that in the security group they have allowed 443 port for everybody?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Correct.
Because I'm getting the response. I'm hitting it, I'm getting the response. Means definitely the security group is allowed 443 port. They have opened it. So we'll understand this, friends. Let's talk about it. So let's hit the application. So we will use the AMI. So friends, there are 5 default things that they have already given. One AMI has already been selected. Amazon Linux. If I just expand this, we have a AMI selected. We have got multiple options. Amazon Linux, Ubuntu, Mac, Windows, Linux. We have all the operating system in the world. We can all select any server from here. By default, they have the Amazon Linux created. Amazon Linux. You can use Ubuntu, friends. You can change this. Let's change this. So if I change this, it will be changed here. Ubuntu. It has got updated here. Let's select Ubuntu. Instance type, friends. If you don't want to don't want to incur any cost, use free tier eligible. By default, they have selected t3.micro. Nowadays, t3.micro is coming as part of free tier. Not sure if it's the same thing for you. Some last class somebody mentions that it's not. You have t3.micro. You can check it. Wherever you see this free tier eligible, make sure you select that. If you select that, you will not incur cost. Okay. Key pair is the authentication. So let's create the key pair. Key pair we all understand, right? For authentication. So we are going to create a key pair. One key pair will be with me in my laptop, and one key pair is with the server. If those two key pair matches, authentication happens, and you will be able to connect. If the key pair doesn't match, nobody can connect to the server. It's like a password thing. Authentication pair. The same key has to match. So I'm going to create a key pair. Okay, let's create a key pair. I will click on create new key pair. I'll give any key pair a name. Let's say SRE, a cloud, September 2025. Just give any name, small, capital, hyphen, separate by hyphen. Just select this. Don't select any option. Don't change RSA, the encryption, PEM format. It's not changed. Just give a name and create a key pair. It will download a key pair in my laptop. In downloads folder, a key pair is going to get downloaded the moment I click on the create key pair. I'm going clicking, friends. I've clicked it, and as you can see in my downloads folder, a key pair has been
But we are
created.
not, sorry, I'm not seeing. Okay. Oh,
Come again.
yeah, means it was not visible for me, so but it is visible now. Okay, thank you.
Was that same issue for the others? Do we have internet connectivity issue from my end, or
Yes.
need to confirm, friends? Please confirm. Do I have issue from my end, or it's all good?
Yeah, you're audible, Rashmi.
All good. Can we skip key pair part? No, Swapnil, you cannot skip. Okay, friends, key pair. So all I have done is create the key pair, friend. I went to key pair, I given a name, and download the key pair. That's it. This key pair is selected. Network settings. Let's not worry about it. Just expand this and know that there is a network. Every region has a VPC by default. Just keep that same. Firewall. Let's create a security group. And by default, they have sensed that I'm getting a Linux server, and what they have done, allow SSH traffic. They have allowed it. If you install an application on port 80443, you need to also check these two boxes. Right now, I'm not doing it. You don't need to take any action item here in the network settings. No action item. Storage by default, they're giving 8 GB. I'm all right. So no action item here also. So I'm not taking any action item on storage. Advanced detail, no action item. Network settings, no action item. All I have done is key pair. I have created a new key pair. Instance type also, I did not take any action. And I just changed the AMI. Very simple. Could you guys repeat what all I have done here?
Select AMI and key pair.
Key pair. That's it. I have not touched anything.
Just the Ubuntu you selected, right?
That's it. I just changed this to Ubuntu.
Okay.
That was also optional. I just selected it. You
Yes.
could have kept it like this, but I've just selected Ubuntu. So if you see, there's only one mandatory field, the key pair.
Okay. Is it for the low cost Ubuntu or just like that?
No, just like that. Okay, just like that. No cost. Both same. I could have selected Windows also. No cost impact. But Mac don't select. Mac is not part of free tier. If you click on browse more AMI, just to show you that what all things are applicable as part of free AMI, as part of free tier, go to browse more AMIs and select free tier only. Just select free tier, okay, here. And it will only display the free tier. So you will not see the Mac here. So you can just select the Ubuntu, and that's what I have selected, Ubuntu. Okay, that's all I have done. I have not done anything. Okay, so you can just keep it as it is, friends. I'm just
But we
looking
have
to.
not selected anything for security.
It's not like we have not selected. It was by default, they're getting a new security group. If you expand the network settings, there is a section called security group. By default, a new security group is getting created. So it will be a new security group they're creating and they're allowing SSH access.
Yeah, but we are also saying anywhere, right? It can be connected from anywhere.
I'm not able to understand. Yes, anywhere. Okay, I'll talk about it. Don't worry. Go slow. Okay, we will. If I deep dive, right? Most of the people it will be not comfortable. I will talk about it. Just keep this simple. My intention today is to get you comfortable with getting the server. Did we follow these steps? What was the mandatory field?
AMI and keeper.
Keep it. Okay. Launch.
Roshan, I think I forgot something. You selected, there are two options in network, in AMI also, whether it is 86 or ARM processor. So even,
Keep it 8086. Yeah.
okay.
64 architecture. No, default one. By default, 8086 only by default. Keep that default.
Okay, thank you.
So friends, I have a server running. Okay. If you come here, I have a server running. Look at the server that's running now. All we have to do is connect to the server. The server is connected to 1B. There's a AZ 1B. In Mumbai, there are three AZs: AP South 1A, AP South 1B, AP South 1C. They have, because we have not specified any specific AZ, they have created in 1B. Okay, I've selected the server. All we have to do is connect to the server. One of the easiest way using the instance connect. So click on this connect, click on connect. EC2 instance connect, click on connect again. That's it. If you do this, friends, it will open a new tab and you'll be able to connect to the server. That's it. Practice, use commands, be the root user. Right now I've logged in as the Ubuntu user by default. You can be a root user. You can. What do we do first thing, friends, when we get our laptop? Let's say new laptop we have got. Genuine OS we have. What do we
Set
do
up the
first thing?
language and time zone.
Yeah, let's see, that's done, because if I type here date, it's done. It's done, everything. What do we do after that?
Username and password.
System name.
That's done. Update. We update the OS, right? We want the latest packages. So same thing we'll do here. apt update -y. Why I'm using apt command? Because it's Ubuntu. It's Ubuntu. In the course, when you go to the Linux sessions, I have covered this part. The Linux have got two distributions. What are the two distributions the Linux has?
Red Hat and
CentOS and Debian. There are two families. In the CentOS, we have examples like Red Hat, Fedora, Amazon Linux. If you create these OS, those fall under CentOS family. And the default package manager is yum. Yum update, yum install. Debian example is Ubuntu. Ubuntu is from a Debian family. And the default package manager is apt. So that's why I'm using apt here in Ubuntu. If we would have selected Red Hat or Amazon Linux 2, what command we should use to install update? Yum. Is this point clear? I know most of you would not know this. I know this. That's why I'm repeating it. Is this point clear?
yes.
This is very basics, but I know where is the missing things. All good, right? So I'm using apt, friends. Apt update -y. These are the things, right? These are the basic things that we need to be comfortable with. The moment I do this, it'll update the packages. Like it's how do Windows update, right? Same thing. It's just getting the latest packages from the internet. It's downloading it. Then we talked about security group, right? But it created a new security group. You can also check the security group. We have a lot of good things in the cloud. To go to the security section, select the server, go to security section, and if you come here, launch widget 6 have been created for me. For you, it will be launch widget 1 mostly. And in the inbound rule and the outbound rule. In the inbound rule, which port should be enabled?
22.
22. Come down below. Do we see port 22 enabled?
Yes.
If I delete this entry, will I be able to do SSH?
No.
If I install a web server, okay, before I talk about the web server, friend, let me talk about good things about cloud. We have a very popular service integrated with all the AWS services for monitoring. Can you guess that? What is that service?
CloudWatch.
CloudWatch. Go to monitoring and we can get the stats, friends. CPU, memory, all these stats. Why it's not going up? Okay. Friends, if you come here, we have the CPU, network in, network out, network packets. If you just wait for some time, let's say for 15 minutes, if you wait it, you're gonna get good graphs to see, line graph. Here you see one dot in the CPU utilization, you have only one dot you are seeing right now. If you just wait for some time, friends, you will see a beautiful line graph. Every service has this beautiful thing, CloudWatch. So whatever we create, Kubernetes, any server or Kubernetes cluster, any server, whatever, we have a service, AWS service called CloudWatch associated with this. And we have got all the metrics there. Host thing, okay? It will not monitor the process. If you want to monitor the process, you have to install CloudWatch agent. You have to configure CloudWatch agent, and you can push the log to some monitoring tool, log and observability tool. And it can also help you monitor the process. But whatever thing that you see right now is the host, CPU, network in, network out, all these things, okay? Now, friends, if I install, let's say if I install a web application on this server, okay, first of all, friends, are we comfortable creating the server and doing SSH? Are we comfortable? All comfortable? Can we take up the Linux sessions tomorrow from your side? If we give you access to all, can you take it up for practice?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is your playground, your lab. Will be using this lab to practice it. Now, let's install an application. Okay, first of all, friends, I would like to check all the running ports. How to check the running ports? Who would tell me how to check the running ports?
netstat -tunlb.
Correct. Netstat would require net tools to be installed. By default, netstat command is not installed in this package. Okay, so basically we need to install net tools to make that work. But we have other command called lsoft -i -p -n repetition. If you do this, it will also give you the running ports. Do I have any application running on port 80?
No.
Check the ports. Port 22, I have, that's for the SSH, and port 50 for the DNS. I don't have anything running. Let's install a web application, web server. apt install Apache 2. It's a very popular web server. I'm installing an application. On the server, I am creating one web application. I'm installing it. The page that you can get right from any website is coming from the web server. So I'm just installing a web Apache 2. It's a web server. Okay. By default, it runs on port 80. By default. You will see this yourself. Okay. It's done. Okay. Friends, which port it is started to run?
80.
Can we all see this? Apache 2 running on port 80?
Yeah.
Now I want to access this application from browser. What should I do first?
Security group port 80 need to be open.
Security group. I need to go and add port 80. Absolutely. So we'll go to the security group. I'll go to security group, inbound rule. I'm going to edit the inbound rule. I'm going to add a rule. HTTP happens on HTTP, friends, happens on port 80. I'm open for everybody. Okay, we'll talk about this. What is this 0.0.0.0? We'll talk about it. Don't worry right now. I'm just letting you know. It means everybody can access it. Even you can access it. Even I can access it. We can control that also. Which IP can access? This means everybody can access. Even you can access. I'm saving the rules. How do you access the application running on a port? How do we use it?
IP port.
IP and the port. The server has the public IP and the private IP. I'll use the public IP. Public IP and the port. If I do this, friends, over HTTP, this page is coming from my server. It will come for you also. If I give you access, it will work for you also. Why it will work for you? Because I have given the access. I can control the access also. Is it working for all of you? Please check this URL. This is my public IP of my server. I have installed the web application. Is it working for all of you?
1 second. Yeah, it's working. Yeah. Same page.
Right? I can go and configure a Flipkart page. It will launch here. If you have a HTML page to launch a Flipkart page, please create a page and put that page, HTML page, in this location, where www.html.
Yes.
If you go to this location, you have HTML page. You have HTML page in this location, where www.html. If you go here, you have index page. And this page, the page that you can display, is coming from this index page. If you know how to my page, write an HTML code using CSS, JavaScript, if you know that, write an HTML page, put this in this location and access your application. Let's say I will download a sample HTML code from web, but you can use it. Let's say I want to add paragraphs. I want to display this. So I'll copy this code, let's say. Friends, just go and type on this URL, just type mywebpage.html in the URL. Just add this thing and you will be able to see the page. If you come here and do this page thing, expected page. Yes or no?
Yeah.
That's the page I'm expecting, right? So it's a web server. What is the web server used for? It renders the web page. Okay. So friends, what did we learn today? We have learned that how do we create a server in the cloud? How do we connect to the server? Which protocol we use to connect to the Linux server?
SSH
SSH happens on which port?
22.
Port 22. We install the web application also on port 80 and we access through HTTP protocol. Did we follow what all we have discussed today?
Yes. Yes.
So friend, look, remember this diagram. We have done all these things today.
Can you please do a quick recap?
Yeah, this diagram is the recap. We created a server. The server, we have given OS detail. Only one was the mandatory field. The key pair was the only one mandatory field. But we selected that we changed the AMI also. We created the server. We connected to the server using port SSH. We use instance connect to connect. That's very important, friends. How did we connect? I went to the server, selected the server. I clicked on connect. There are multiple ways to connect. Okay, I'll talk about that tomorrow. This is one of the easiest way to connect using EC2 Instance Connect. For you to get started, I'm going to share the Linux sessions so that you practice it. Right, friends, let me share the commands with all of you. I understand not everybody would be comfortable. Let me share it, friends. All the commands that I have, this is the commands I have used today. All I did was the first command was sudo su. I did sudo su. Friends, please copy the commands which I have pasted. Yes, Julius, this is the class. So this is how we take up the sessions. Right? We always do the hands-on, the complete hands-on. What are we going to learn in just theoretical, right? Where we are just talked about a service and everything has to be seen, right? We created the server. Today we just covered 10% of EC2. We have other lot of things to cover in EC2. We'll go in detail tomorrow. Okay. Yes, Julia. So this is how we will cover it. We will be sharing recorded sessions there. This is the live recording is happening. You will be getting the same recording. I was slow. Most of you will, I believe, would be able to do this with me. How many of you were able to do this with me? Let me check this. I saved the comments, Trini. Friends, are you able to see the comments in the Teams chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trini, I've saved it. Friends, how many of you were able to do that along with me? Use to monitor if possible. You will be able to practice with me because I was very slow. Look at this. Muhammad Jiaullah was able to was able to do the hands-on with me. I was very slow, right, Muhammad? I was very slow.
Yes.
No.
Right? Okay, maybe you would get comfortable those who saying no, but I was very slow. In creating the server, I was okay. Use to monitor, okay? You would be able to do things along with me. Trust me. If you think I am fast, do let me know. Russell, please slow down. I'll slow down. But in the initial days, friends, the prerequisite for the next session, you should be comfortable creating the Linux server and connecting to it. What is the assignment, friends? Tomorrow?
Creating the Linux servers and connecting to it.
Yes. Make sure you are comfortable, friends. Hardly 2 steps to it. That's it. I have saved the commands after this. Only one mandatory thing to connect to create the Linux server. Key pair. Connecting is the cakewalk. With one click, you connect. And I use these commands. Maybe you are saying no because the Linux you're not comfortable with. You will get comfortable with when you practice these Linux sessions, which I'm going to share with you. Once you cover these 3.5 hours of recorded sessions, you'll be more than comfortable. Okay. Please ask for it, access this thing, friends, in the group. You'll be getting it. Friends, that's all for today. Let's not, I don't want to overwhelm you. That's all for today from my side. Any questions? I can take it up.
For me, Roshan, actually, for Sunday, I will not be available at that time. So I will just see that. Means I have to make some time. I am working on that time. So I have to make some time that how I can manage. But yeah.
Sure, Rahul. But please make sure you watch the recording. I know you have enrolled to the course. Please make sure you watch the recording and be up to speed. Okay.
Sir, I have joined the course today. So does the video one cover how to create the account and all?
Right, creating, yes, just it's a very simple thing. I have told nothing to be, you have not missed a lot more. You have to just go to a website called aws.amazon.com. Yes, that video one covers that. Please go over the recording and go to this, just go to this website called aws.amazon.com and just create the account.
Okay.
Just create the account here. That's it. You need to provide your details, your credit card, debit card details, and you'll be able to create the account.
Okay.
Day one covers that. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Sure, friends. So that's all, friends, for today.
Yeah, Roshan, the particular video, I think we need to ask for access or it is fine.
No, those are available for everybody. Which video? The Linux part?
Yes, yes, correct.
Okay, okay. We will be getting a WhatsApp group and you will be getting access. If you have you shared the email address? If not,
yes,
we'll
yes.
get a WhatsApp group and we'll ask for the email address and we'll give you access. I need to give you access. The team has to give access. I'll be giving access to the disk drive. I'll be adding you here. So I'll be giving you access to this Google Drive, and the team would be giving access to this all the playlist. So it'll be done tomorrow.
So Roshan, just please mention the particular name of the Google Drive. I think
You don't need to worry. You don't need to worry. I'll give you access. You'll get the email.
Okay.
The moment I add your email address, you'll be getting the email notification.
Okay. So Roshan, whatever, like you shared 3 videos now. So these videos you need to go through before yesterday, right?
Only one prerequisite for tomorrow. I'm going to give you a very small prerequisite. What is that?
We need to be able to create and connect the Linux servers. Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Whether you go over 3 videos or you don't go, that's the prerequisite. If you are covering this, I'm good. Because in the other one video, we have talked about the course details, syllabus. This is what we have started today from last two sessions. Yeah.
Yes.
In the first session, I talked about the cloud. What is cloud? How do we create account? And this now we have started today. So you have not missed a lot. Now, we will be intense from tomorrow. So that's why this prerequisite is important. Okay, friends, everybody was able to follow things in a simple manner. Yes?
Yes.
No? right? Yes, right.
Yes,
We
yes,
have
sir.
learned quite
Yes.
basic stuff, very basic stuff we have learned, right? Those things should be known to all of you, and that's what we have covered today. And that's how when I say we are working on your foundation, that's what it means. Basic stuff. We should all know this, right? And that's how we'll take it up. So it's not about just the course. We will talk about other things which you should be knowing by this time. But if you have missed any here, we'll be covering it. Okay, friends. So that's all for today from my side. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll meet tomorrow and discuss further. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Roshan.
One last thing. Sorry, I missed it. Friends, once you are done, terminate the server. Don't keep it running. Select the server, actions or instance state, terminate. Never ever keep the server running. Okay. You have got 750 hours as part of free tier. When you're not using it, just terminate it.
Is it terminate or is it stop? Terminate will like delete the instance, I believe, right?
Yeah. Terminate, yes. Stop can also do. It will stop incurring the cost, but better to terminate because when you stop it,
Okay,
your
okay.
storage 8 GB is still in use, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
better to terminate it. Yeah, because hardly takes few seconds to create a server.
Okay, okay. Got it.
So every time we need to create one.
Right. So hardly takes how long it takes?
Yeah.
30
But Roshan,
seconds.
let's say if we are doing the updates, okay, so we do that every time. Like, okay, like the YAM updates
How
or
long
app
it takes?
updates.
45
Like,
seconds to in
yeah,
total.
yeah. Should
Right.
5 seconds. Got it.
If you're installing something which we need to carry, yeah, we stop it. I will talk
Okay.
about how do we take backup, everything I'm going to talk about it. Okay. So don't worry. Slowly. So terminate it for now. Don't incur cost because we are just learning it. Don't keep it stopped. Don't forget it to run. Just terminate it. Never hesitate in terminating. It's your account. You can play around.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
friends.
Yeah,
Perfect.
this is a good
Thank you.
point. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, everybody. We'll meet tomorrow and discuss further. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.